1, 2, 3, 4. Not enough to fill my heart. I want a river full of love, but then I know the holes will still remain. I need an ocean full of love, although I know the holes will still remain.
Okay, hello everyone. Hi Lament. Hi Soph. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're ready for the Barry sweep, the hashtag Barry sweep. I know I am.
They're deep in the forest night. Children dance the waltz. They laugh.
I just started coughing just before I went live because things, you know, that's just how things go, I guess. I've been fine all day, and now I'm just like, oh, I have to cough like all the time now. Deep throating, you wish, Royce. You fucking wish. Anyway, Alan Wake, I'm hoping to hit credits tonight, so this may be a long one. Like, if I have any hope of doing Alan Wake 2 before the end of the month, I need to get Alan Wake 1 done. I need to get American Nightmare done. I know American Nightmare is quite short, from what I've heard. You gonna do the DLC chapters for 2? I don't know. I don't know if I own any of them. For 1, no. No, I'm not planning to. Unless, do I have them? Oh, I do have specials. Okay, I have the Signal and the Writer. Okay, I guess I will then. Steam Cloud, Alan Wake. Okay, thank you, Steam.
Previously on Alan Wake, I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that Ryder just took out my deputies?
A thriller
American Nightmare can be done in one stream. Interesting. Okay.
The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story.
I'll probably
I was
do that
told
next week
Alice had
then.
been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Wifeless.
Baby.
What are you talking about? My wife's right there.
Alice.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman. I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic.
But I'm on episode 4,
For a
Doctor.
while. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
Nani?
Honestly, if Kiryu was in the story, I feel like it would get solved way quicker.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus. The door was locked. I was a prisoner here. There were only empty sheets of paper here. No manuscript pages.
Oh.
Good evening, Alan.
Ah.
Feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Why, right. That's the spirit.
You
You're
should
being
probably
very
do
brave,
Control
Alan.
before Alan Wake 2. Are you
understand
serious?
You're confused.
Oh
I would
fuck,
be
I'm
more
not getting that done
concerned
this
if you
month.
weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of
No,
you.
I didn't finish Control.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air.
Yeah, we're not,
Yes,
Alan Wake
it'll
2
be
is not
good.
happening this month if I also have to play Control. Like, I'm just being realistic here.
This corridor is for patients.
It's very
Most of
plot
them are
relevant.
here
Fuck.
Right now.
Alright.
Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake
Alan, what was that
Lodge.
face?
I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work.
Why is he dressed like Peter Griffin? Oh, you mean this guy? He hasn't got the glasses. If anything, he's dressed like Wadase in Gaiden. Yeah, I don't know. If I hadn't
Alan, from past experience with
if I hadn't missed so many streams earlier this month, I probably could have done them all, but nah, it is what it is.
So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this.
November
Alice
Wake.
drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which you're writing.
Hey, Wake, do you get it? Oh shit.
She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop
This story's too deep for me, man.
We go this way, Alan.
Again,
I wasn't ready for another shot.
so much of this story makes so much more sense when you consider that Alan is a hack writer. Right?
I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me,
The fact that Alan is not a good horror writer really elevates the story, in my
It's all in
opinion.
your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just
God, this is a really pretty game for the
of your
generation it is.
subconscious mind trying to protect you from
But this looks great for
Unless
for
we
like
fight the
an
fantasy, it
early
will
to mid
return.
360 title.
I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Honestly, this story would only be enhanced if Alan was as much of a cokehead as actual Stephen King was. I think he's kicked it now. But if Alan Wake also had a psychotic drug-fueled episode in like the 80s, that would add so much to this, I think.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring.
Is Alan Wake a Sam
Golden
Lake
Lake
in
spread below
self-insert?
I could see
I never
the North
considered
Peak on
that.
the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter.
I think he's done cocaine, it's
This
only
way.
implied, okay.
Follow me.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is
Alan,
like,
what
in
I'm
the case
telling
of
you is
Stephen
good
King,
news.
like,
Right now we're in control. Every time you
Alan
have a
Wake, not Sam
relapse,
Lake,
it's
okay.
more and more difficult to resurface from the
Because,
dark
like,
depths
I
of your
think
imagination.
Stephen
Not
King doesn't
surprising,
remember
considering
writing
your
Cujo,
profession.
for example.
Imagination is what you work
Like,
with.
that's how bad he was at the
After
time.
all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well?
Stephen
It's
King
very
calls his
natural
cocaine
for you to
period his
think of me
dead
as your
children
enemy.
era of
It's
writing.
part of the
Damn.
illness,
I let him
after
talk.
all.
Hartman
I'm
obviously loved his
He's
own
just
voice.
drowning him out.
His words echoed
Constructed
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I can't
I dug my
do it
nails
by
into
He's
the
not
palms of my
listening.
hands to
Look at
stay
him.
focused.
He's not listening at all.
Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery.
He just doesn't
Come
care.
along. Let's go inside. Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were
Hydrate.
impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
I'm only drinking once.
Scary, scary, scary.
Emerson.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd
You're
like
too
me to go
scary,
away so
Emerson.
you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay, sorry. Boo.
that's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow
games.
strike.
It's trash, of course, but it does involve
Get him
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
So this is going to be a developer then, right? Yeah, that looks like a photo scan face or something. Yeah, okay.
Come, Alan, this way. Now, you might have noticed the
Is that a
typewriter
Bitrunner t-shirt?
you've been writing as a part of the therapy.
It is. That's a Bitrunner t-shirt. Holy shit. Wow, good spot. I didn't notice that. I heard a squeaky toy.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had a, how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark. Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny.
Yeah, I like these guys.
Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a
OG.
rash, but I
Playing
kept
OG.
it safe from
I don't own the
any
remaster. That's why everyone's faces are all fucked up.
My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, you got any booze on you?
Yeah, no.
We have a stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens, what were they? Memory and thought, the hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off.
Yeah, the old men are back.
This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and raw. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other rider.
She's been using you, boy. and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit.
Okay, conversation's over now.
Tired. Built the farm close to the lake. A place of power.
Okay.
We had parties there, man. You should go there and have a party.
Bad dream, and you can't wake up. You can't hurt it.
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Oh.
Okay. I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just
I bet this is another developer.
Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
Yeah, I bet that's another developer. Just going off the accent.
Well, I guess I'd better start wrapping this up. The storm is almost here. Look at that. I'd hate to be...
But yeah, I think those two old guys just explained the whole plot.
So they won't shut up.
But because we don't know enough, it doesn't make sense yet.
And I have to listen to them.
Alan has not found his wife yet, no.
And everyone should just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. But I don't see nightmares anymore because I'm too scary for them. I take 2 pills every morning and 1 with every meal and 4 when I go to bed. And that makes me the scariest nightmare of all.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
The doors were locked. Hartman and the nurses would have keys, but there was no way to get my hands on them.
For a second, I thought that was the Dead Space marker out there. That, like, big sculpture.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake.
Now, I don't know if I imagined this. Is,
using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Is Alan Wake's voice actor Dr. Darling in control, or did I imagine that? Oh, a QR code. Don't scan that. Don't scan random QR codes, everyone. It's not a good idea.
I knew I couldn't.
He's the same voice as Dr. Darling.
Just
Okay.
play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk.
AKA the best thing about Control, in my opinion. I've not beaten Control. I know enough to know that Dr. Darling is my favorite thing about it.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Honestly, my favorite thing about Dr. Darling is, like, I didn't get that far in the game, but I know towards the end of the game, he just randomly shows off that he's, like, he's fucking yoked. He's, like, absolutely shredded. Ooh, I bet this... I wonder if this is a design sketch from the studio. Like, for level design. And they just scanned it and put it into the game. Frankie, hello. And yeah, like, you have no idea what scanning the QR code will do to you. Why is the camera over the shoulder now? That's a great question. It's because I don't have a gun or a torch, I think. How do I... Oh, wait. There we go.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody, calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where the hell did he get a damn hammer?
I don't know.
Here's a friendly poke from your
Oh shit. I gotta see this. What's happening?
the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. And if she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the
That's fucked up, Alan. She could be
I had to
dead.
get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Take the hammer.
Come out and face the music, Birch. It's time to pay the piper. Maybe you could come out and beat our...
Get out of here! Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna sue your crazy quack ass to
Barry?
death.
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry! Man, I'm glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
Why is Barry here?
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy out. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
Oh, and there's a gun on the desk, of course.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Oh, Alan just, like, lets the shadow monster kill him. Like, and he smiles about it. That's actually kind of messed up. Alan just straight up murdered that guy.
The dark presence would be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out.
Oh, that's not good. fine. I'm not going that way. Oh. Aha. It's worse than human shield gun Yakuza 1. Convenient, unventilated generator. Yeah, you just have that indoors. Hey, how interrupted dialogue is done in dubs always makes it feel... Yeah, it's like a timing thing. It doesn't always work. If he's not like this anymore in 2, I'll be disappointed. Alan's less of an asshole in 2. 13 years in the dark place humbles anyone. Spoilers.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with.
I can see why they do this.
That were hard to describe.
But it's...
It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction. To be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
I can understand why they do it this way, but it's a little bit of a weakness in my opinion that you leave all of the character development to these manuscript pages. It's a method and I can see why they did it. I just don't know if it works necessarily from a writing perspective. Hell yeah. Specifically, it was the term "fucking pussy" is what got flagged by Automod.
Applications, Verizon Wireless has you covered. Check out the latest
Verizon.
games. Discover new music and old favorites. Social networking, sports.
Yeah, Automod flagged it as you were harassing me. Where do we? Ooh. Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Barry! Okay, I don't know why it flagged it. I think it's specifically fucking pussy is what's flagging it.
Don't have a light. Take this, Al! Oh, God! Look at the house, Al! Look out! Come on, Al! We gotta go! It's not much of a maze! I made it through easy!
Oh, okay, fuck you too, Barry. Really? Okay, so to solve a maze, you just go left constantly until you get out. Ooh. Oh, that made me jump, actually. That's the first time this game scared me, I think. That actually made me jump. The game hadn't got me until now.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely
They added 6 heroes. Wait, what? 6 heroes to Deadlock. Oh, fuck.
Trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started.
Experimental hero matchmaking mode for people to try that. Huh. Okay. I mean, considering the roster had like 15 people, that's pretty huge. Yep, just get out of that. Wait, no, I have to fight this guy. It's Alan Wake. You can't juke enemies like you do in Signalis.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now,
the edited commands and a new shader for dark areas so heroes are more visible. That's good.
Like this, the idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
Channel. We'll turn it off. We don't want any fighting. It makes people sad. You get 2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm all day long.
Oh, hey, Hartman.
You'll sleep like a baby.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I ran out of flares. I was trying to light another flare.
We don't want any fighting. It makes people sad.
Honestly, I like how his normal vocal performance is like compared with this.
Then you'll be nice and calm.
God, you can't even dodge them. Honestly, I think the bird enemies kind of suck. They're just not fun to fight against at all. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the birds. It's kind of why, when I was playing last time, if I had a flare gun, I just used the flare gun to get rid of them. Duracell did pay for this, as did Verizon. Oh, finally, a gun that doesn't suck. Alright. I dodged, but okay. The dodge in this also does not feel very responsive at all, which I don't think I'm a fan of. Yeah, it feels like I'm playing middle-aged man.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
Barry, no! Look, if video games taught me anything, it's that Brazilians can double jump. Thanks to Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Brazilians and trans women. Is there anything collectible up here? Can Brazilian trans women do a quadra jump then? We can only speculate. That's my headcanon about Mistral too. Yeah, I could see it. She's Algerian, right? She has a French accent, but she's meant to be Algerian. Which, okay, you know, Algeria was a French colony, but people from Algeria don't sound French. Oh, so hey, Hardy, how's it going? Now, Scout from TF2, he's Bostonian, and that's his entire ethnicity. His ethnicity is just being from Massachusetts. That overrides any other kind of ethnic or genetic background that he has.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little
You want to say hi and comment somewhere? We got distracted with gameplay.
direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he'd had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
It's, I'm curious, is there like a Russian language dub for this, or when you play, is it English with like Russian subtitles? Barry, help me.
Al! You're alive!
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry!
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so,
Barry?
Barry! I'll find it, don't worry about it!
Oh my god, Barry. Every Russian sub or dub was too inaccurate, you always stick it to English? Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it! I'm on it!
Barry, shut up. I love Barry.
Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a
He did
teddy
bring the
bed as a
cutout.
gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
Yeah, why did he do that? Why did he bring the cutout with him? Is Barry okay? Is that his social is that like his like security cutout?
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest.
It's such a power move to say that and then slam a gun onto the dashboard.
It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness of the
Barry reminds me of Leo
but
gets
she's
some
not
lethal
dead.
weapon. Oh
Al,
damn,
how can
I
you
could see
know
it.
that? I know, Barry. I can.
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's
I can
something
see it,
special
yeah.
about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends.
That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons
Hell yeah,
knew
Barry.
about it, but they were too
He's
far
ride or
gone to
die.
tell me
I
what
love
all
him.
the drugs they were on, but they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it. Look out!
No.
God damn it, Al, talk to me!
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way! Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine!
Get that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch! There's no way you can climb down, though! It's like a sheer wall! Al! There's something moving down here!
Barry!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al! I'm great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh?
If Barry dies, you riot.
You're gonna have to find your way around.
Let's go Mets, Al. It's all about the Mets. Hit a
Barry,
home
just
run.
wait for me, okay?
Al, I'm not staying here. It's suicide. I'm going to the farm. I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
Now he's Rambo. This would turn
There
into
he
a
is with the
disaster
cutout,
if I
yeah.
didn't catch up with Barry.
Oop. He's comedic relief, but it's never at his expense. Yeah, yeah. And it's like, I feel like in a lot of other stories, Barry would be like an obnoxious skeptic. But in this, he's like, yeah, you're crazy, but I can see weird shit. Like, he's actually quite reasonable in that he's like, you are crazy, but weird shit is going down, so crazy works here. Yeah.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved.
Yeah, 2010's game, there would have been a lot of fat jokes about Barry.
A moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Like 2010, it would have like Barry shows up and he's all like wiggling his fingers looking at a donut box like, don't mind if I do. But thankfully they don't do that in this. You crazy wheelbarrow. I don't know if I need to burn you or kiss you. Ow. I mean, it's a little lowbrow, you know, that kind of fat joke. Like the idea of like, if you have any kind of overweight character in a game, they need to be like a comedy fat guy who only cares about food. It's a little dumb. As much as I love the Yakuza series, it is very much guilty of that sometimes. Oh no. Fuck, that hit him right in the head. I legit got Donkey Kong there. Let's go run. Oh no. Dios mío. Oh fuck. Get me out. This tree will protect me. Yeah, there we go.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
Physics.
Agent Nightingale stared at the passed-out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night.
I like how Yakuza 3 handled Kanda. He's big, doesn't care about food, he just cares about thick ladies.
He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
What is Nightingale's problem? Does that get explained? Why Nightingale is such a psychopath? I feel like it has to, right? It's explained in the pages somewhere, really. Ugh. That's such a cop-out. Yeah, it's just, it's weird how locked in Nightingale is on killing Alan Wake, specifically. He hates people with an A in their name, but there's an A in Nightingale. Does he hate himself?
I had no choice.
Actually, he's a cop, so probably. Trust no one in the dark. Good advice. Is that gonna be it? Did, like, Alan write an FBI agent called, like, Biding Bale? And, like, he's, like, really incompetent and evil? Fuck. Oh my god. Whoa. Light. Why is that generator there? If you have like no way in hell of like actually hitting it. Is that just a like a trap?
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I
To
had
bet
no
you see
choice.
die, okay. The other thing as well is like there is a stamina system in this. Alan has like no stamina. He's like an actual writer. He doesn't go outside, so he has no stamina whatsoever. Yeah, I see him. Please let me run. Thank you. Fuck. Jesus, man. Come on. Come on. Oh. Because there's been a couple of times the game's given me generators in the middle of like big arena areas, just as if to say like, oh hey, you know, this is for the fight, but if you try and use it, you just get like knocked out of it instantly.
Consequences of leaping before looking.
So either every single one of those is a trap, or they just didn't think them out very well.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
Are we all okay? My chat just reconnected. Is the stream okay? Yeah, okay. Yeah, my chat just did the thing where it like reconnected for a sec, so I just wondered my internet blipped.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
He sounds a little bit like Roger Corman, who is a movie director and producer.
The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story.
Returnal reference. Jesus, that's a deep cut. Returnal.
It longed for. It would finally be free.
Ooh, flares.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before.
Hell yeah. I love the hints at like previous incursions by the darkness. Gun. Pick it up, Alan.
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
The Taken of Field of Darkness. Isn't The Taken the name of a band now?
Delicious. Finally. Some good fucking food.
Alan on his like 100th cup of coffee. Honestly, the shotgun is really satisfying to use in this. Oh. Fighting shadow monsters with a shotgun just makes me feel like I'm in an Evil Dead game. Oh, do they just keep coming? It's unfortunate that every Evil Dead game sucks. There was the there was an Xbox one, right? It was like a platformer action game kind of thing. Was that one bad? Nope. Not doing that. I think for the first Xbox. Unless I'm misremembering.
Anybody here?
It was like...
Barry!
No! Danny, you're not! Ah! Please! Ah! What are you? Ah! No! Don't! I'm sorry! Ah! Ah!
Is he okay?
Good Lord, what is happening in there?
You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's suddenly the bad guy. Who wrote this crap anyway?
Very meta. Damn.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is
It was a prank. He was just fooling
I'll
you.
be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who'll help me. I'll make it happen.
So yeah, that's basically what's happening in this. So in order to subvert what the darkness is doing, Alan has written himself into his own story. Still running around in a forest, wakey boy? You know it. Hello?
Let me guess. Danny, huh?
The front door was locked. The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast. If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I made it this far myself.
I'm fine.
But Barry was Barry.
Can you drive off the cliff and die? I don't know. I don't really want to test it, but... Well, no, there's been a couple of driving sections, but they feel so unnecessary, right? Like, it very much just feels to me like, oh, this is a 2010s game, so we need a driving section, right? They don't really do anything. You know, I think I'd rather have the hunting rifle than the shotgun.
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last until morning at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The Sheriff's Department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you get her indoors and call the sheriff. It's bad weather to be caught out in, so if you see someone in the area who maybe looks a little confused, give them a hand, all right? This is
I like Pat Maine.
on KBF FM. Hoping you're all safe and warm.
Pat Maine seems like a decent guy. Just run for the car. Alakablam! Okay, I just have to go on foot here, I think. Ow. I know I can off-road, but... Yakuza 7 reference. Oh shit, just like Yakuza, hello? Damn. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I actually quite like Alan Wake's fit in this. The only thing that seems off to me is the fact that he wears two jackets. He has a hood, like, presumably he's wearing a shirt. He's wearing a shirt, he's wearing a hoodie, he's then wearing a green jacket, and then over that green jacket, he's wearing a tweed jacket. That's insane to me. That's way too many layers. Like, does he have bad circulation? I mean, kind of, the fact that they're all the same model makes me think that every instance of the Shadow, like Lumberjack, it's just the same guy. It's just the Shadow can, like, resummon them back
I'd known the brothers
constantly.
used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
Barry! I remember this bit.
God damn.
This is like the best bit of the game.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Shut up and shoot! Ow! We have to fight them off! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? This place is stuck! Al, hold on! I'll try to get the stage lights on!
Oh my god.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Shut up and shoot!
Just like Dark Carnival. Yeah.
I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help
What?
you out! Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a
How do I switch to the grenades? Grab it. Barry, help me.
I promise!
I believe this this game also marked the beginning of Remedy and Poets of the Fall working together on every single project. There's a pump action around here as well somewhere. Okay. Ooh, he wasn't ready yet.
This is pretty much how I always wanted to go
There it is, yeah. That guy coming up behind me, that was so clutch. There's a really fun
Bright
sequence.
Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
And very, very cathartic after the amount that these guys have been hounding you in this chapter.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
Like, the game's just like, yeah, you've been kind of on the back foot of these guys for a lot, so here's a sequence where you just get to rip into them for a bit. But yeah, shout out to Poets of the Fall and Remedy. Name a more incestuous relationship.
See, bestseller? No reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Why are you so...
That's been my biggest
Why are
worry
you so...
all this time.
He's so caught up on this cutout. Is the cutout in Alan Wake 2? I have no idea. I've not played it. I hope so. I bet maybe it will show up at one point as like an Easter egg or something.
What's that, Al?
I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No?
Oh, please do.
Thought so.
Yeah, he's got me figured out.
Wow! You look at that thing, Al! They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they? Look at all this stuff! They must have done okay for themselves, so how come I never heard of these guys before?
And this from the guy who learned about Ozzy Osbourne through reality TV?
See, but that's the thing though, is like, it's entirely feasible that the old gods of Asgard are actually kind of purely an invention by Alan Wake for the story. But then in doing so, he made them real, like retroactively.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back.
I mean, that'll do it.
The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Vikings made it to Washington this universe. Well, only these particular Vikings did. This band, this like heavy metal act. saw something glint. There we go.
I think we can make it through here, Al!
Yeah. Oops. I thought I could stun lock them with flares. There we go. Damn. Good lord, that truck's in sauce. It's in Gary's mod, it's clipping of something. All it's missing is the clanging noise.
Wow! Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single. Be careful, Al!
Always be grinding. Barry Wheeler, always be grinding. Never give up on that grind set. You have a really adorable model. I love how your ears droop when your eyes close. Thank you. It's ear movement is actually placed, it's actually tied to my eyebrows. The issue is I'm on a bad webcam, so when I close my eyes, it tricks the webcam into where my eyebrows are. I'll wait until after the ad, it's fine.
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat,
Ad's
we've
over.
been real busy with
Okay, I just gotta finish this radio and then I'll start talking about the ears.
an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing, too.
Yeah, it's pretty much the usual stuff, Pat. Just,
The usual stuff?
Now, is it just me, or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but...
Definitely, Pat.
Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton. Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Not just me.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who ought to know better, Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least.
That's kind of always been the case
Thank you for stopping by.
with stuff like this. People are worried about kids getting drunk and causing shit, but it's usually adults. Anyway, yeah, I was saying, so the movement of the ears is actually mapped to my eyebrows. However, I have a bad webcam in artificial lighting. So when I close my eyes, VTube Studio gets a little confused as to where my eyebrows are. So that's why they twitch like that whenever I close my eyes. It's basically, it's going to be like that until I get like an iPhone or something to do the facial tracking. It's quite cute regardless. Well, thank you. I'm glad.
I could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side.
It's very sweet of you to say. Thank you.
It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
They had the goods. Can I drive this? Aww. Open the silo door for Barry. I'm sure no large farming machinery would menace it. Damn it, why'd you jinx it? It's right behind me, isn't it? Oh! Oh! Damn it. Alan wrecked, yeah. I'm kind of having a Signalis situation here where, like, I'm enjoying the game, but not so much the boss fights. So what's the lore of this game? Alan Wake is a horror writer of some acclaim, and him and his wife have gone to visit a lake which has some kind of shadowy evil presence in it that makes anything that creative people make near it real. The shadowy presence has influenced or corrupted Alan in some way to get it to write a horror story. However, in an effort to subvert the evil presence's plan, Alan has written himself into the story. And that's the events of the game. So Alan is both a character in the story and also the writer of the story. That's basically the kind of like Cliff Notes version of it. And anyone who gets claimed by the darkness comes back as these like shadowy evil clone people. If the story ends in the way it's supposed to, the evil will be unleashed. So we have to make sure that doesn't happen, but we also have to have the story keep progressing.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's me. Hang on.
Hey, let's go, man.
See, that's kind of the broad strokes thing, is just creative people are drawn to this area, and the lake, like, affects their brains and makes what they produce real. Wasn't there a similar thing in Endless Story? I was reading book and it broke my mind. I don't think I read that one, oh Hardy. And the Vikings that we're referencing are a heavy metal band who moved here in like the 70s and drank water from the lake, and it made them like go a little crazy.
Come on, one more gate. Do this thing.
Old gods know the truth. So the old gods of Asgard are this heavy metal band that were here in the 70s.
The lights are out. I guess we better check the fuse box.
Catch up.
The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
Poet and the Muse is such a good song.
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch.
Oh, I missed a manuscript page.
Yeah, I don't think they keep too close an eye on them.
And these manuscript pages are pages from the story that Alan is writing.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the
And they give clues about what has happened and will happen in the story.
I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself. At the clinic, they seem to slip away a lot so they can get wasted.
No kidding. Those guys sound awesome. Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be what's-her-face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
Oh yeah, and the lyrics of this song they recorded are telling Alan what to do. Yeah, it's a good song.
Okay.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is... Yeah, what the hell?
He took no convincing. He's just like, yeah, I kind of need it after that. Moonshine. They make moonshine here.
Seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? And even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a
Aw,
writer,
Barry.
God damn it.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just
Aw.
want her here with me.
I miss my wife,
know.
Tails.
I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Yeah, he's like, we should get drunk. And Alan was like, we shouldn't, for like 1 second. He's like, actually, yeah, we should. Akira. Oh, okay. I'm like a.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off.
Okay, so some context. The moonshine is made with water from the magic lake. That's why this is happening.
I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crash car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
Oh, maybe she is dead then. I actually don't remember.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her.
Ah!
Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her.
What am I writing for?
Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back. No. I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobweb she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my larva a long time ago. She looks so old.
Yeah, no, this is a good story. It's very meta.
And groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Okay, I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break while this is playing, so I'm gonna leave you all here with a musical interlude. Alright, don't go anywhere.
There's an old town road with mystery of Tom the poet and his muse, and a magic lake which gave a light to the words the poet used. Now the muse she was his happiness, and he rhymed about her grace, and told the stories of treasures deep beneath the blackened waves. Till in the stillness of wonder, and still in its misty crown, the muse she went down to the lake, and in the waves she drowned. And now to see your love set free, you will need the witch's cabin key. Find the lady of the light, gone mad with the night. That's how you reshape destiny. The poet came down to the lake to call out to his dear. When there was no answer, he was overcome with fear. He searched in vain for his treasure lost, and too soon the night would fall, and only his own echo would wail back as his call. And when he swore to bring back his love by stories he'd create, nightmares shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake. And now to see your love set free, to silence deep beneath the lake. Now if it's real or just a dream, one mystery remains. For it is said on moonless nights they may still haunt this place.
This is a good song. I will be taking another BRB just after the song's done. I just want to make sure we don't miss any story.
Previously on Alan Wake.
Okay, can I pause this?
The dark presence. I wrote.
Yes. Okay. Actually, BRB. I'll be quick. One sec.
Round and round and round and round. Terry's Carousel. All your favorite chocolates and candies.
A whole sweet shop in a single box.
K's for catalog. K's for everything.
Are you over 18? Phone for your free K's catalog now. Dial 100.
Ask for free phone 2151.
New Chrome Dioxide 2 cassettes, now in money-saving twin packs at Boots, W.H. Smith, Curry's, Asda, Comets, John Menges, Our Price and Lasky's.
Home and garden time.
Think of a color. Think of Vimura. Plain wallpapers that match naturally with patterns. Patterns that work beautifully together. Vimura is durable. Vimura is washable. Add another color. Add a texture. Vimura gives you colors that harmonize so perfectly that think of a color and suddenly your thought grows into a whole design. Vimura from ICI. It colors your imagination.
They mow like magic. Wizard. Light and easy to handle. Cuts and collects in one operation, even when you run out of lawn. When completed, stored out of the way. There's one to suit you. British made. Wizard lawnmowers. It's magic.
Home and garden time. For anything that concerns the home. For further details, phone this number or write to this address.
Did you want me for something?
Try these prawn cocktail flavor crisps. Very good. The Walkers.
Ah, pretty packet.
You... Good grief.
Because the lady loves milk tray.
Crazy things. New sweeties with free stickers.
For great brands and great value, Shoppers World. Select from the catalog, collect from the store. It's Shoppers World.
Swan Goblin Teasmade, only $44.95. Smith's Cotswold Brass Carriage Clock, only $22.99. Britax Sunhatch Sunroof, only $124.99. Philly Shave Battery Shaver, only $11.95.
If you can buy cheaper elsewhere, prove it in 7 days and they'll pay back the difference.
So pick up your free catalogue now.
And I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay.
A horror story that is coming true. Jagger had been my editor, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. Some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story.
Together we can create something absolutely wonderful.
The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. My mom gave me this old light switch. The clicker. Alice is being kept in a dark prison. I need to find Cynthia.
I need the
It's
clicker.
your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Okay, so genuine question. Is Nightingale voiced badly on purpose? It feels like it is intentional.
By last year's Moose Fest in our neighboring town, Watery. Ladies and gentlemen, some people have asked me, what's the big deal about Deer Fest? And I think that this sums it up. It's about friendship and community. We've got a great party coming.
You know, System of Down songs or Wikipedia articles or something. Yeah, they're always about something. Yeah. Or they're usually about something. Not all of them are. Like Cigaro, I think, is just about penises.
Someone will come for it when the time is right. Thomas said so. He wrote it. The key is insurance. It's my job to keep it safe. Safe in the light. Always in the light. Hello.
All the manuscript pages were gone. The FBI agent had taken them.
I think my tongue just took a crap in my mouth. Ugh. Oh, wait, we're in jail now? Oh, Al. Al, this is not good.
That about sums it up.
Don't worry, Barry. There's a very big toilet here.
I am never drinking again.
I need to talk to Weaver. She's the one in the song. The Lady of the Light.
What, the crazy lady? Ugh, whatever you say, Al, but we're stuck here. They're not gonna...
interviewed Wake.
I had some reading to do first, Sheriff, and let me tell you, it was an interesting read. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent. There's no way you're walking out of here. You hear me in there, Bret Easton Ellis? Huh?
Agent Nightingale, I want to talk to your superior.
Well, we all want things, Sheriff. I wanted my... Look, that's not possible right now.
Agent Nightingale, I insist. Wake, what's wrong?
Lady, are you stupid? It's a trick. It's an obvious trick.
Okay, I've had enough of this crap. Wake, I'm gonna trust you with this.
You're joking.
Agent Nightingale, your opinion would matter more if you were sober and if I actually believed you were here on official business.
Whoa! Get back in the cell, Stephen King. The only way you're leaving this place is over my dead...
Wait a minute. I know.
Jesus.
Oh my God!
Light. We need light. It's the only way to fight this thing.
In my office. I've got your things there. Follow me.
Oh, man!
Nightingale tried to make sense of the manuscript. It was disjointed and strange. He didn't understand half of it, but it all rang true. Impossibly true. He took out his hip flask when he reached the page that described how he reached the page that made him take out his hip flask. It wasn't the booze that made his mind reel.
Sitting ducks with the lights out.
Stay cool.
Nightingale felt the situation veering out of his control, but the gun at least felt steady in his hands. He was ready to fire, resolved that he would let this happen over his dead body. And yet he hesitated. He had seen this moment before, read it in the page. He was transfixed by the déjà vu and the horror that he was a character in a story someone had written. Then the monstrous presence burst in behind him and dragged him into the night.
Damn.
Emergency power on.
I was in a video game. Funny as hell, it was the most horrible thing I could think of.
What do you need from me?
They can be hurt in the light, only in the light. And I need to find Cynthia Weaver. She can help me stop this.
Light. Check. Cynthia. She lives in the old decommissioned power plant. I can get you there pretty quickly in the rescue chopper. Come on, let's get back to your friend.
Barry?
Wheeler, I need you to stay here.
What? No!
We're going to fetch our ride, but I have friends who need to be warned about this, and I can't be in 2 places at once. I need your help.
Well, okay.
Here's a list of people and phone numbers. I need you to call them and tell them you have a message from me. Night Springs, okay? They'll know what to do.
Night Springs? Like the TV show? Gotcha. Oh, hey, that radio guy is on the list, Maine. Who's Frank Breaker? He related to you?
My dad.
Hey, is this like a secret society?
Can you do this? You'll be safe here. The backup power's on. These guys need to be alerted, just in case we don't come back.
You'll come back for me though, right?
As soon as we get the chopper ready. Thanks, Wheeler. I owe you one. Okay, let's go, Wake. Through the back.
My hangover wants a pizza. You think there's any way I could order one out?
Small town has a militia code word. It's not concerning at all.
Yeah, I know it's late, but listen, the sheriff, Sarah, asked me to tell you something. She says Night Springs, okay? So I guess she... Yes, sir. Okay, No, she's okay. She's just busy, so she asked me to... Oh, no. Actually, I'm a literary agent, sir. I'm just helping her out because she's busy right now. Well, the one you'd most likely be familiar with is Alan Wake. You're kidding? Well, I'm glad to hear that, sir. I'll tell Al you said that. That's really nice. But listen, I really need to make some more calls.
I mean, she needs to fly the helicopter.
Oh, hell. Whatever took Nightingale must have broken the gate controls. We can't reach the gate's control box from here. We need to get to the other side over the rooftop.
Okay.
I'll go. I'll open the gate for you once I'm across.
That's why I found this ladder here earlier.
Okay?
Okay. Because I remember finding this in an earlier level, being like, why can't I interact with this? What? Huh? Oh. Oh my god. Can I jump that? Yes. Awesome.
Hey, Sheriff! Your password. Night Springs? What's that all about?
It's a stupid joke we have. That Bright Falls is the original inspiration.
You know what's a good horror game that has also about fighting an element that's become spooky and pisses people and also its opposite heals you? Oh yeah, Cryostasis. I never played that one. I did see Civi's review of it.
Am I an electrician? Hold on!
Ah, man! That's smart.
Good job, Wade. Okay, stick close. Our first stop is the town hall. The keys to the chopper are there.
Yeah.
Look out!
The deer is aggressive. Ugh. Those alien bastards are gonna pay for interrupting my deer fest. Hello, Dinah. God, the input to pick that up is so finicky.
I'm gonna want explanations, you know. For example, what the hell happened to Rose? She's seriously messed up now.
The same thing I think happened to me after I arrived.
During this week you can't remember?
Oh, I remember now. Barry was in his element, making calls, making things happen, even if he didn't entirely know what those things were. He wouldn't let the hot sheriff chick down. Even if every noise he heard from outside, and he heard plenty, made him jump. He had only paused to text Al a message, told him to hurry up. Suddenly, Barry froze in mid-dial. A window broke somewhere in the building.
Barry!
The lights went out.
Barry, no. Barry's basically a damsel. To me, he is. He's my damsel in distress. I hear a supply cache nearby.
And I thought New Yorkers were rude.
Stick to horror, Alan.
You have the right to understand these rights.
Let's be careful.
Yeah, she's doing well. I'll have to leave that supply cache. Ooh.
Wait, over here! There's light! I have a key. Watch my back, Wade.
Oh no.
It's an ambush.
Nice.
Let's go, Wake.
I mean, because he can use the powers of the lake to bring her back. Like, I think she is, at this point in the story, she is literally dead. But in theory, he can use the power of Cauldron Lake to revive her.
Okay, someone's messed with the fuse box here, but you should be able to jury rig it while I find the keys.
I already got electrocuted once today. How about I look for the keys and you get burned for a change?
Mm-hmm.
The darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's face was furious. The story in the manuscript had been making it stronger all the time, but now the light had set the writer free and hurt it, weakened it. It was only a matter of days before the dark presence would be strong again, but meanwhile, it would be difficult to recapture the writer. The message was from Barry. He was getting worried at the station. He wanted us to hurry.
Oh, hello. Don't mind if I do. God, that seems like such a rural, small town America thing. You go into like the sheriff's office and he has a hunting rifle on his desk.
Okay, Sheriff, I got the keys.
Barry?
Why isn't he inside?
Oh, he made it.
Oh, God.
Oh no, Barry. No.
Barry, look out! Barry, move! Barry!
He made it inside, Wake. He's okay.
Oh God, I hope so.
The storefront's blocked. Come on, Wake. Let's go around. We can meet him in the back.
Yeah, I'm not reading that.
We can make it through the bookstore. Wheeler should be waiting for us in the backyard.
Keep the hell down or I'll call the sheriff.
Oh, hi, Doc. I've got it. Don't worry about it.
Sarah, about time somebody showed up. All the shooting in the air is idiotic. One of these days they'll kill somebody. And over Deerfest.
I know. Go back to bed. He's got a point, Wake. Look, this town can't take this.
It's me they want. The sooner I get out of here, the sooner you can all get back to life as usual.
I hope you're right. Come on, let me get this door open.
Wait, you got the keys to the bookstore?
Perks of being the sheriff. A girl needs to get around.
Very convenient. Again, I'm sure Alan didn't just write that in.
They're really taking advantage of your presence here, Wake. I heard they're selling a lot of your Alex Casey books.
Right now, I'm not a big fan of my own writing.
Wait, have I misremembered this? Is Alan Wake a crime writer rather than a horror writer? I always assumed he was like a Stephen King figure, but I think he's a crime novelist. Crime thriller. Yeah, damn. Just to make him as trashy an author as possible.
That's the way to the chopper.
Scary. He wrote Max Payne. Yeah, damn, he did do crime thrillers. Well, that's like real airport stuff, right? They're the kind of books that you just see filling entire shelves at W.H. Smith.
I'm gonna give Pastor Howard a piece of my mind about this lock. Ugh, I told him to get it fixed.
Here they come.
Let's take a flight.
This is so sad. Man, I don't have to do anything. She's killing everything for me.
Omega-3 fatty acids are good for your heart.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Alan Wake co-op, but player 2 plays Barry with the cardboard cutout. I would actually love that. Oh god, I need health. Oh, that killed him. Okay.
Okay, it's open. Let's go, Wake.
For it to be free, the Dark Presence needed the writer to finish the story. Again and again, the story let it get frustratingly close to the writer without letting it capture him. It was bound by the events depicted in the manuscript, but it could pursue the writer indirectly, put others on the task, and stop those who would help him. It took over everything in its path, made them its puppets, and sent them after Alan Wake.
We're almost there. We'll have to go through the basement to get to the parking lot.
Yeah, there's no way going through the crypt will turn out to be a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm not dealing with that. Flashbang. What if the cutout was an Easter egg melee weapon you could find that was just overpowered? That'd be a very Silent Hill thing to do, I feel.
Did you call 911?
Guess that one saw the light.
Barry!
You didn't like that one? A tough audience. Well, I got plenty more.
He's covered in Christmas tree lights, I forgot about that.
Protection, man. Like garlic against vampires.
He's so big-brained.
Vampires.
The helicopter's just across the parking lot and up the hill. Come on.
Look at him, he's like, he genuinely... Alan, you should do this. You should have a headlamp. You should have Christmas tree lights. Barry knows what's up. He's luminescent. He is.
The Bright Falls General Store is now.
One sec, I just need a drink. My throat's about to go. Ugh. Taking this as a quick hydration break. Let's play manuscript while I do this.
Cynthia Weaver worked hard, following her obsessive rituals, sometimes fighting them, always giving in to them in the end. She haunted the halls of Bright Falls' abandoned power plant. She marked the caches with light-sensitive paint that could only be seen by eyes that had been touched by darkness and saved by light like she'd been. She was preparing defenses and supply lines for the war she knew would come. The war between the forces of light and darkness.
Oh god, I needed that. Fuck. I could just feel something sticky in my throat. Not good when you have to talk. Okay.
Favorite place in the entire world.
Yeah, they are.
Headlamp? It's like a superpower. I can just look at one of those things and they die. It's my flaming eye of Mordor.
I love Barry.
I wish I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Hey, I want a headlamp. Last one.
Aww.
Alice had screamed until she had no voice left to scream. Around her, the darkness was alive. It was cold and wet and malevolent and without end. She was a prisoner, trapped in the dark place. The terror would have burned her mind out, but one thing made her hang on. She could sense Alan in the dark. She could hear him. She could see the words he was writing as flickering shadows. He sensed her too. He was trying to work his way to her.
Someone throws a damn school bus at your head and you're about to take a helicopter ride with someone who may or may not have a pilot's license or cleared for departure to Night Springs. No offense, Sheriff. Gonna get used to this.
She doesn't even respond. Oh, Barry, you fumbled it. You fumbled it, Barry, like you fumbled everything else.
Helicopter's just up ahead. I'll need a while to prep for takeoff.
Don't take too long. I want to get out of here.
Oh boy, a big open area, explosive barrels everywhere. I wonder if this is going to be a defense section. I wonder. A thymus. Yeah, it is a little Left 4 Dead. Uh-oh. That's a nice little detail, because you do have a checklist as a pilot. That's literally what they're called. Really, you shouldn't skip anything on a checklist, but I know what she means. Pick up the gun. Pick up the gun, Ellen. Oh my god. Ugh.
Just get me to Weaver, Sheriff.
You're taking a big chance on a local crazy lady, Al. I hope you're right about her, or we can kiss this town goodbye.
Oh, make it through Nightlight in Bright Falls in one go without dying. I got an achievement. Neat.
I hope you know how to deal with this, Wake. I guess you New Yorkers are used to rough situations like this.
Right. The city's a war zone. King Kong, mutant alligators, and Alex Casey shoots the place up every weekend. Look, I never even carried a gun until a couple of days ago.
Well, my dad used to be a cop there. Tells some pretty wild stories.
Stuff like this?
No, just normal bad stuff. Kinda like your books, Wake. I used to tease Dad that he was just like Alex Casey.
You've read me.
Oh, sure. You're a pretty good writer. A little heavy on the metaphors, maybe.
Nobody's ever said that before.
We're coming up on the power plant. See the lit building over there? And that's the dam further up the river.
No one's wearing ear protection.
I'll take her down the road across the river.
Just get me there, Sheriff.
No one's wearing ear protection, so everyone will just be like, what? How does this happen, Alan? How do you get into a situation? Oh, why do I have a basic bitch flashlight again? God damn it. Actually, no, I think this one's heavy duty. Playing this makes me want to play Deadly Premonition. Kind of really badly. If I'm not going to be beating Alan Wake this month, should I play Deadly Premonition? God, that would be such a good Halloween stream. Fuck, I might do Deadly Premonition for Halloween. Do I own Deadly Premonition? Hang on, I'm just gonna check that quickly. I may have to get a hold of Deadly Premonition. Maybe next month. Might do that next month, maybe. The less you know about Deadly Premonition going into it, the better. It's a game that has to be experienced. If I had to very broadly describe it, what if Japanese space aliens made Twin Peaks?
And here's a new song from a band that they always remind me of our local rock legends, the old guys.
Oh, this is the promotional tie-in single of the game. If you watch the music video for this song, it has Alan Wake running around in it. Oh, bro, give me a break. Ow. I dodged. That was so close there. I almost took that hit. When I fought on the... It's a good song. I'm trying not to focus on it too much to avoid the content I do. Unfortunately, if you're streaming on Twitch, there's a lot of licensed music in this. It's something that was really impressive back in the day, but if you want to stream it now, it's kind of a pain in the ass. I mean, it's also set in like small town nowheresville, places which aren't classically known for having a lot of ethnic minorities in them.
But I had to find a way across.
And if we're looking at it from a meta perspective, if we're channeling Stephen King, he's kind of largely the same, I think. Yeah, I mean, like most I think more games now should have the option. It's kind of just because of changes in the industry, and also live streaming games wasn't really as much of a thing back when this game came out, right? Like, I think you probably could do it, but it would be like... It'd be like Justin TV, I think, was your only real option. Content ID also wasn't as vicious back then, yeah. basically. I don't know what this does, but it's a green light, which means it must be good. Ooh. Cut it out. Yeah, the ragdoll's good in this. But yeah, was Justin TV around in 2010? I feel like it was.
Making her way through the water pipe alone, Cynthia was angry at the writer. Foolish young man, taking unnecessary risks.
It was, okay.
Broke the rules. Didn't he understand what was at stake? Since the terrible days in the 70s, she hadn't wavered once, as hard as it had been. She was tired of protecting the town all these long years, and now only wanted to rest.
So she must have been like the whole Thomas Zane thing, I think, happened around the same time the old gods of Asgard were there as well. I don't think you should. You could conceivably make a prequel game for this with Thomas Zane as the protagonist. I don't know if that would be a good idea, but you could do it. Which I kind of like. It makes your setting seem bigger when you hint at stuff like that. No. Really? It didn't kill them? I had a bit of a distant moment last week at my neighbour's party. There was a kid's birthday next to our table and I saw one of their children was wearing a Minecraft t-shirt. Their games are older than him. Kids still love Minecraft though. Like Lego is older than me and I still like Lego when I was a kid. Gave you pause for a moment. Yeah, that's fair. Where am I? I have to get this down. Oh, okay. There's a button.
The story I had written in the cabin had come true. Touched by the dark presence, I had written a horror story, but the end was still missing.
I think New Pogodi is older than my parents and it's still good. I don't know what that is.
If I could get back there,
please tell me more about it though. I'm curious.
Own ending to this story and save Alice.
I bet our parents thought the same when they saw us watch Scooby-Doo. Yeah, and the Flintstones as well. I remember I watched a bunch of the Flintstones and the Jetsons back in the day. Barney. Hey Fred. Barney, there's taken everywhere. Have you been down a Cauldron Lake? It is getting updated. It is, although it's getting Minecraft updated, so you'll wait 2 years for an update where it's like added a new kind of creature, and that's about it. Added a new tree type. Alright, see you in another 3 years. Soviet Wolf chasing a gay little hare cartoon. That actually sounds really funny. Is it a good show? Ooh, that made me jump a little. Good job, video game. It's like my mind didn't react to the scare, but my body flinched. So it's just like, ugh. It's essentially Tom and Jerry. Oh. I should check that out. I want to watch Captain Pronin, where like everyone's like a gummy, rubbery looking monster in that cartoon. Woo! Your cosplay stuff came early. Oh, let's go, Soph. And that's for like Halloween, right? Automod is entirely filled with... Automod is entirely filled with people talking about how gay the wolf is in that cartoon. It's all getting caught by Automod. Night Springs.
Butterflies or butterflies that dream of being men. Such philosophical concerns are by necessity abstract.
Oh, yeah, I remember us talking about this. Okay. Yep. Okay, so.
Concrete proof of the nature of our existence. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, an absence of creativity.
Is Alan gonna be in this one?
Hello, Martha. What did you want to show me? Oh, Lydia. Thank God you're here.
Look, it's clearly filmed in Finland again, so this house looks like, kind of looks like a cabin, a little bit. With a basement.
Oh, that's amazing. Isn't it just? I found it here this morning. It's like it isn't there, but oh, I can't look straight at it.
Yes, I'm sorry.
How did you get here?
Well, I'm trying to work.
Did you put this thing here?
In a way. To be more precise, I put everything here but that.
Really? But what is it?
Oh, I guess the temptation is to call it a hole, but it's really an absence, a profound lack of reality.
In Martha's basement?
Yes, I was doing so well, too. I came up with 2 old ladies and put something really weird in the basement. It was a great start. But I'm
Is that Jordan Peterson?
now. I can't imagine what I was up to.
Well, surely it's just an ordinary basement.
Is it? Why did you call your friend here, then?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, well.
Couldn't you just ignore it?
Oh, no, I couldn't do that. It would probably turn into a plot hole. Might be one already. Could sink the whole enterprise.
Oh, my.
Listen, ladies, not to be rude, but I'm really not at all sure where I'm going with this, and you're just not helping. You should just go back upstairs for a cup of coffee while I try to figure out what I'm up to.
Well, if you think that's best.
Maybe I should just stop here. Or is that too moronic?
too moronic?
I like that one. That's a good one.
Who can tell?
It's a fine line. It's a better one than just that, hey, wouldn't it be fucked up if a lady put a worm in you?
We managed to lose the flock. You're almost at the power plant. Keep going. We'll give you support.
We're happy our middle school English teacher had us watch Twilight Zone. I love Twilight Zone because when it... Yeah, there were some great Twilight Zone episodes. One that stuck with me is... it's an episode where the sun is, like, moving closer to the Earth. So, like, the weather's getting really hot and, like, everyone's freaking out. And that's basically it. Just, it's like people are preparing for the end of the world as, like, the sun just burns the Earth up. And then the twist at the end is it turns out the lady's hypothermic and she's hallucinating. Because, in actual reality, the opposite is happening, and the Earth is moving away from the sun, and it's like freezing over. Ah, damn it. There's also, there's a good one where a guy goes into a diner to report, like, an alien spaceship has crashed, and everyone in the diner is, like, calling him crazy. And then when he leaves, it turns out everyone in the diner is an alien. Isn't that just They Live? It's not quite the same. I can see where you might get it from. It's not quite exactly the same as They Live. I kind of hate the ranged enemies in this game. I think I've decided. The ranged enemies in this game just aren't very fun. They attack way too often. And there's like no audio cue when they're like attacking you. Oh my god. Switch the gun, Alan. Fuck. Oh my god. Everything that Alan does in this game is so slow. It's like I'm playing as a survival horror protagonist, but it's using action game combat mechanics. I like the game for its story and its characters. I don't know if it's necessarily cooking with the combat. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's awful. It's just not as good as it could be. But what's interesting is American Nightmare is more of an action game, so I'm wondering if it got tightened up for that. Can I heal on this light, please? Does that not count? I guess that doesn't count. Okay. Weren't there episodes of Tom and Jerry where either Tom or Jerry speaks? It just looks like such there's a lot of combat slog sections. I do agree.
Power plant sign. I'd seen a version of it painted all over the area, signifying hidden caches of supplies.
Hold it right there!
Miss Weaver, Cynthia, I'm a friend.
Prove it!
You knew Zane, Thomas Zane. You're the Lady of the Light in the song. You can help me.
About time. Young man, I've been waiting a very long time for you.
She's literally just the log lady from Twin Peaks.
The well-lit room.
Excuse me?
What you need to drive the darkness back. The well-lit room is at the dam. I built the room to keep it safe.
Will it help me find Alice? Will it get me back to the cabin? Fine, let's go. I can get my friends to come back with the helicopter.
Oh, we won't go outside. Never at night. That's rule number 1. You've been breaking the rules, young man, and where has that gotten us, No, I have a secret route. A lit route. Old water pipe. Something was damaged at the transformer yard. It's draining all the reserve power. Without it, the pipe will go dark. The power to the yard must be cut.
Let me guess. You want me to do it?
Young man, you're the one who likes to break the rules. I can't be outside in the dark. The kill switch is outside.
Yeah, it's actually crazy how much of a difference a better lantern makes in this.
Weaver had sent me to cut the power to the transformer yard. I was willing to do grunt work for her to get her to help me. I hoped Weaver was dependable. I'd stumbled into this crazy world a little over...
Hang on. I think I might know why my chat's doing that thing. Yeah, okay. I did a fucky wucky, which I've done before. 1 sec, if I drop, I'll be right back.